impact of the deficiency. What happens because of this culvert being bad? Is it just
Exactly.
a nuisance where the water's a little higher on that side of the driveway than it is over here? Does it go over the driveway? Does it go over the road? Does it flood somebody's yards? So we certainly the impacts are very, very different. And again, nearly all of these situations, none of them rise to the level of being, significant regional drainage issues. They're the types of things that your residents just simply, every single spring they see this, you don't need to be an engineer to come out and say, hey, that culvert's no good.
Yeah.
And why isn't it getting replaced?
Isn't really the problem that the village is probably being less vigilant than it should be on enforcing culvert repairs? So in theory, shouldn't we be going out and red tagging these culverts and saying to the resident, you have 90 days to fix your culvert, or you have 120 days to fix your culvert. If you don't do it, we're going to do it. And we're going to put a lien in your property, or we're going to assess you. I mean, that's really.
It's just the trustee that's in charge of culverts.
I mean, that's just the problem. I don't know.
I mean, strike that, Jerry.
We can prepare letters for Rich's.
I mean, isn't that really, instead of resolving the problem because we're afraid to let the community, we're afraid of an uprising in the community because we're going to force them to take care of their culverts. I mean, the problem is that we shouldn't be obligated to do this at all. And that the property owner should be fixing their culvert. And if they're not doing it, it's no different than any other violation in the village, and they ought to be forced to fix it.
Yes, we certainly can take that approach.
And we should be just much more vigilant in doing that.
Excuse me, do we have the
What
authority
Pat
to do that?
is suggesting is that we beef up ordinances. We could definitely have clearer authority to do that than we have. Our authority right now is a little vague.
Well, let's fix the authority, and
Okay.
then let's push the.
I have no problems with that.
Because I think the underlying problem, we should fix the culverts.
Exactly. Let's fix them, and fix them properly.
Except, I will say though, that I'm sympathetic to the person
I hope my culvert's good.
who, we're gonna go look at your property next. To the person who is in a situation where the culvert that they had was managing things just fine until there was a lot of building in the area, and now it's not able to handle the load anymore. And that's not really as a result of anything that particular
I
property
don't think
owner
people
did.
should be forced to increase the size of their culvert that's not failing. I mean, I think if there's a culvert that's failed because it's broken.
There are some that are just clearly undersized for the location they're in.
Is what's going on?
Okay, but the undersizing, I don't think that, I
This is what's
kind of
going-
agree with you,
This is
sir.
the problem. This is the problem.
Write that down,
There-
Jerry.
She hit the nail, excuse me, she hit the nail on the head. These are undersized culvert we're talking about right now.
Some.
And they're just undersized, they're fine.
But if an undersized culvert fails, then I
No.
say, I know, then I
That's
say we
different.
have to fix it. But if
I
an
agree.
undersized culvert's not failing, but it's still otherwise in conformity with whatever the rules or requirements were at the time that culvert was put in, I don't think we can force them to change that. Then maybe the village should ante up.
This is
Claire, I'll give you a situation. We just come along and we determined that your culvert is actually set a half foot higher than it should be to go with the profile of the ditch. So there's 6 inches of water that stands upstream.
Is this like a hypothetical?
This is the hypothetical you. I was actually pointing to
So
Rich.
let's make sure that the
We're all
minutes
going over
understand that that's a hypothetical meeting.
Yes, this is.
Pat, I'll give you an example. East Course Drive again at Saunders. Your engineer determined that all the culverts in the area were 15-inch culverts. The one going across Saunders Road at East Course was a 12-inch culvert. And that's putting 7 pounds of garbage
Under
into
East
it.
Course,
That's
parallel
right.
to
So
Saunders.
it backs up because of the size relative to the feed.
Right, and
And that
so we
needs to be
see some
increased.
that are just historically, that have been there a long time, they should be bigger. Others that are at bad elevations, and they're pitched the wrong way. It pitches this way and the ditch is going that way. It's a perfectly round and sound piece of pipe, it's just in the wrong spot. You start, and when you go up and knock on something, I mean, that's actually exactly what our last situation was up on Indian Trail. It was quite simply the man's culvert perhaps it was frosty, perhaps it was put in incorrectly, it was too high. And it caused water to sit upstream indefinitely. And the neighbors upstream were fed up with it. So we had the task of going and telling neighbor A that neighbor B is tired of his culvert being in the wrong spot, and, you know, you need to reach in your pocket and fix it. And that got us exactly nowhere for months, trying to convince this guy that the culvert that was there when he moved in, he needed to replace. Now, again, I don't dispute at all that we certainly can, with a little bit of tweaking of the authority, you know, come up with the policy that clearly lays out that we will do exactly that. We're going to send you a letter, we're gonna give you X amount of time, and if it's not done, we're gonna come in and do it, we're gonna bill you and or lien you, for it. What you will get is people coming here before you, saying exactly those things, that, look, I've lived here for 15 years, and now you come to my door and tell me that this culvert's no good?
Yeah, but that person lived there for 15 years too, and their roof failed, and they lived
Well,
there for 15 years,
but
and their
I see-
refrigerator broke.
But I see
I mean,
a completely different situation between the culvert that's failing because its lifetime has expired, or there was improper maintenance or improper installation, and the culvert that they have would have been perfectly fine if everyone upstream hadn't built a bigger house. So it's really through no fault of their own versus the kind of maintenance that you would
And that's what I
expect
think
when
is
you buy
going
a
on,
home.
North Glen, Hoffman too.
Both of them.
Both of
Well,
those,
you know-
the culverts are okay, they're just undersized.
In a way, this reminds me, when.
Is that correct, Russ? Is that what you're
They flood
saying?
the street, yeah.
when
Is that correct, Pat?
The Hoffman, the overtopping of Hoffman and Deerfield is directly because the county's culverts are too small. Working on that in a different direction with the county. Forest Glen, what we see there is it's up and over the driveway and backs up, you know, maybe 3 houses upstream. Their ditch just fills up completely and starts to go up in their lawn, and they look across the street and there's no water in that ditch. And so what the heck's going on here? We don't get too many of them where the village street is overtopped due to an insufficient driveway culvert, and I think that's probably because over the years, those were a big enough deal that they got addressed. Again, these are not enormous drainage problems. What they really are is nuisance problems. You certainly can make the argument that leaving all that water in the ditch longer than it needs to be there is not good for the road. I mean, it's going to,
Also bad for mosquito
I
business.
was just gonna say that.
Well,
But I mean, I fail to be convinced by the kind of rhetorical argument that all these problems are because there's, new large houses have been built, and that's reduced the amount of area that can absorb water, and that is solely the cause of these ditches filling up. I mean, it's a nice rhetorical argument, but it's not backed by any fact. I haven't seen any facts that look at it and say, well, this is really what happened, other than a wonderful argument that sounds really, really pleasing to the ear.
would the board be interested in looking at this as from both the public and the private standpoint? In other villages, for example, when they do special assessments and you put in new sidewalk, villages pick up a component because there's a public benefit to it. The homeowner is deemed to benefit substantially. The usual cost sharing percentage is something like 15% public benefit, 85% private. What you might be saying is that drainage affects everyone here, so everyone is responsible for taking care of the pipe, but the village will pick up 10% of the project.
Whether you're at a public street or a private.
Regardless.
Some percent.
Ten
and that would be fair.
percent is the public benefit portion the village will pick up. Everyone's treated the same, but it would at least give, it wouldn't be the same cost, it wouldn't be quite at the same ratio of cows coming up, but it would be not quite just saying to everybody, take care of it, and maybe that would be, I don't know what the percentage would be, but, and you could say, this is the percentage, and, we'll cap it at so many dollars a year if you picked up on Pat's other idea, so you could go to a higher percentage if you want and still cap it on an annual basis.
The one thing I would just throw out is another part of my motivation in the setup I have for the village dealing with the pipe and the owner with the driveway is because we then control the construction. We know we have a competent contractor out there doing it. We know it's set at the correct elevations. We know this gets done right. If we have a small percentage share, then